Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in this video, I wanted to talk about this, a bit of an older article from Verizon's news center. Verizon quadruples capacity in fiber network core. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is for competitive sake, right? We keep talking about Spectrum and T-Mobile having the Spectrum advantage, and AT&T sending in a complaint about T-Mobile's advantages that they may have for the entire duration of 5G, which is, of course, the fuel of the wireless industry. But there are some advantages that Verizon and AT&T as well have that T-Mobile doesn't, which is owning its own fiber that they've been able to invest over the years, which I think plays a more important part than people are willing to admit. So in this case, T-Mobile has been preaching for the last several years that they have locked in leasing deals on fiber. What does that mean? When you're locked in, for a basic example, when you're locked in on your apartment rent, you sign that lease for 12 months, your payment is going to be the same every month. And if there's any changes that are going to be made to the rent increasing and stuff, it's likely it's not going to happen during your current lease. It's going to happen when you renew your next lease. And it's kind of the same here with T-Mobile. If T-Mobile needs to up the fiber, the speeds in the core, the tower, whatever the case may be, if they are locked into a long-term leasing deal, in order for them to make the change to increase the fiber, they're going to have to renegotiate, and that likely means they're going to have to pay more money. Verizon and AT&T are not going to have to do that in large parts of the country. In that footprint, Verizon just announced not too long ago that 50%, so keep that in mind, 50% of their entire footprint is on its own fiber. So what does that mean? Whenever there's newer, higher bandwidth available, the newer technology to make it happen, Verizon just goes, they install it, and they flip the switch. And they increase it to 25 gigs, 40 gigs, whatever is going to be the next standard beyond 10 gigs. T-Mobile is not going to be able to do that. They're going to have to get with the leasing, whoever they're leasing it from. They're going to have to ask if that company even has the capability. If that company doesn't, then that company has to go and upgrade. They're going to have to upgrade their back-end system, and then T-Mobile will have to pay more. So T-Mobile is not as flexible on this fiber thing, leasing-wise, than some of you may think. So there's going to be large parts of the country where Verizon is likely to have a faster speed simply because of fiber, not because of the bandwidth, because of fiber. So just keep that in mind as you think about 5G and the leadership and the future of wireless, right? 6 months in the wireless industry is a very long time if you consider the amount that's being invested and how fast these carriers are moving. So at any given time, Verizon can up that fiber by a flip of a switch in many cases, and T-Mobile is not in that position to do so. So just keep that in mind as you're thinking about fiber and then bandwidth, right? T-Mobile now seeing 180 megahertz of N41 out there. And then if you compare, let's say 180 to 180 of C-band and 2.5, right? Fiber plays an important role there. Just because of the fact that if you can feed it with more bandwidth on the backhaul, it's going to perform faster. So just keep that in mind. I just wanted to throw that in today. If we're talking about, who's going to win and who's going to have the better performance, fiber plays an important factor, and T-Mobile knows that as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. See y'all in the next one. Peace.